Hello everyone, my name is Jeremy Tobing. I am one of the new digital marketing assistants for the Office of the Registrar at Ryerson University. You will be seeing my face pop up on the WhyRyerson blog and all the other social media platforms for the rest of the academic year, so I thought it would be helpful if you guys got to know me a little bit better. Very sorry right now, kinda tired, just came back from a networking conference, but nonetheless, I have some questions that I will be answering, so let's just get right into it. Question 1. What program and year are you in? I am a second-year student majoring in mechanical engineering and minoring in management sciences. Next question, where are you currently staying? So I live by myself in a tiny studio apartment in the Annex neighborhood of downtown Toronto, which is also where I'm currently recording this video from. If I have to go down to Ryerson, it takes me about 15 minutes to commute by TTC subway. What is your favorite Toronto pastime or activity? I love clothes, so naturally I enjoy visiting all the different thrift stores that Toronto has to offer. You can find some great vintage pieces at a steal of a price. Question 4, what else are you involved in? At the moment, I'm also in charge of the Corporate Relations Committee for an annual conference under the Faculty of Engineering and Architectural Science, known as the George Berry Innovation Conference. It provides celebrity guest appearances, a research panel, and technology-based workshops to the student entrepreneurs that attend. Otherwise, I also occasionally do some modeling work. What music do you listen to? At first glance, everyone seems to think I listen to indie and alternative music. Although I listen to all genres, I actually mostly listen to rap and hip hop. Currently, I've been listening to a lot of songs by Black, Travis Scott, and Post Malone. What sports do you like? I like combat sports, so I enjoy watching things like UFC. There might be a bit of bias there just because I have some past experience as a lightweight boxer at the amateur youth scale. I also like skating and skiing just because Toronto and Canada as a whole is extremely cold. And a little fun fact, Ryerson's very own Lake Devo turns into a skating rink over the winter, so be sure to go check that out. Question 7, what's your favorite place on campus? So in our Student Learning Center, which, by the way, looks like a giant UFO from the outside, each floor has its own unique characteristics. I like going to the 5th floor, just because there's a lot of collaborative workrooms that you can book off to study in with your friends. This is very useful to me as an engineering student because I have a lot of design projects that require collaboration between people. Otherwise, I also like how there's open study spaces on the 5th floor that I find are never too quiet, but have just the right amount of noise for me to study in. And that brings me to the last question on this list. What's one piece of advice you would give to first-year students? If I had to pick just one piece of advice, I'd probably tell people, don't think that just because you're in university now, you have to figure out your entire life all at once. You don't need to be that student that takes on a full-time job, joins like 3 different clubs, participates in all the networking events, and whatever else. I tried doing something like that. Trust me, you will burn yourself out. And that brings me to the end of this introductory vlog. For the rest of this year, I hope to be learning things about all of you guys. For more of me, please be sure to check out my social media accounts. Otherwise, also check out all the WhyRyerson social media accounts, which is where myself and the rest of my colleagues will be posting Ryerson-related content. If you have any suggestions for what it is that you'd like to see in the future, please be sure to leave them down in the comments. I hope to see you all at Ryerson sometime in the near future, and until next time, have a great day, everyone.